recording. Okay, now it's the 10th of July, 2022, and we continue with the seminar in Babylonian ancient astrology. Okay, let's just this here. Right now is the 10th of July, 2022. We continue with the seminar. So now, because you will be going away tomorrow, today we'll try to get in a nutshell everything, especially the practical stuff. And also prognosis. We'll talk about prognosis. And we'll talk about natal chart. So let's talk first about the natal chart. Okay, in the natal chart, what we do, we must look at the most important place. And what is there? The first thing that we do, we look at the rising sign and the culminating sign. And what is that? Are there planets, stars on the horizon, stars on the meridian? And then we look in the order of the power of the place. Like first, as I told you, we look at the horizon, then at the meridian, then we look at what is around the culminating sign. So we look at the 9th house, at the 10th house, at the 11th house, which are up in the sky, high. Then we look at the descendant and then at the IC. All right, then at the sun and the moon, if they are in conjunction with some powerful stars. You know, sometimes the stars can tell us a lot of things, a lot. Details. They can tell us details that nothing else can. And then we must assess which is the strongest planet, the almuten. And the almuten is usually, there are two kinds of almutens, one de facto, one de jure. De facto is the planet which is in the most powerful place. If there is a planet on MC, this is de facto the almuten. De jure, the almuten de jure can be the almuten who holds powers in the places of the ascendant, of MC, of the moon, of the part of fortune. Also, planets which are in heliacal phases, they are also important. The moon. Look at the moon, make analysis of the moon. You know, in which lunar day is the person born? What kind of aspects has the moon? You should know also that the moon can have good conjunction with Saturn and bad conjunction. You know this? Maybe you know, right? When it's good and when it's bad. But Anna,
one of these conjunctions.
you know when it's good and when it's bad.
Mine is good for Saturn, but not good for the moon.
Well, okay, wait. Nobody is talking about a particular person. We are talking about the doctrine. What the doctrine says about the conjunctions of the moon with the planets. When they're good and when they're bad, because a conjunction of moon with a planet, no matter which planet, can be bad, can be good, and there are steps, there are things that we must consider, and we will know. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about someone and his conjunctions or her conjunction. You think too much about yourself and too little about God, about Allah, and about the source. Like I had one guru, and he used to say, we are so busy thinking about ourselves that we don't have time for God. We don't have time for God. So, okay, there are night planets, there are day planets. Day planets are, Sun, Saturn, Jupiter. The rest are night planets. Mercury can be both. So, if, for example, the moon has a conjunction or any aspect with a night planet, let's say Venus or Mars, then if the moon is decreasing and if it is a night chart, then this aspect of the moon is good. Imagine conjunction moon Mars. Okay, but the moon is decreasing and the chart is night chart. So the conjunction is much better, probably even good. So what about and the opposite? If this happens in daytime chart and the moon is increasing and the moon is conjunct Mars or Venus, too bad. And the opposite for Saturn and Jupiter. So how will we judge Mercury? Okay, Mercury, if it is morning star, right, it's masculine. It's day planet. If it is evening star, it's evening star. It is night planet. Also, if it is associated with a day planet, let's say conjunct with Jupiter, this will make him also a day planet. So we look at Mercury, whether he is morning or evening star, and what are his connections with the other planets. And on the third place, we look at the birth. Is it night or is it day? So this is the way to judge the aspects of the moon. Also, at the moon, you should look from which aspect it comes and to which aspect it applies. And in this way, when you take in consideration the most important places of the chart, the horizon, the meridian, this place is high into the sky, the most powerful places, and sun and moon. When you take in consideration this, then you will know a lot about the given person. So there are strong and weak charts, and there are lucky and unlucky charts. Like a lucky chart would be if Jupiter in a day chart is in MC, or Venus in a night chart on the ascendant. And unlucky will be if in a day chart Mars is on MC, and in a night chart Saturn is on MC. So also you can immediately judge a chart just by these simple rules. And then a strong chart. A strong chart will have planets and stars on these places which are powerful.
And when you say on the ascendant, is this a orb or do you mean whole first house?
I mean the whole rising sign. Yeah, but make your judgment that it is obvious that the closer is the planet or the stars to the horizon. Yeah, it's yeah. So this is also Annie, do you know about highs? About
yes.
the highs?
Yeah, that is when the night planet is in the night sector below the horizon.
Wait. Look, there are several levels of highs, and the most important, the absolutely most important, is if this is a night birth or a day birth. That's it. You don't even need to look further to get confused. This is the most important. If the time of the birth is during the day, then Jupiter, Saturn, and the Sun are in highs. But of course, also there are the quadrants, between ascendant and MC. This is the day quadrant. And then they go like this: day quadrant, night quadrant, day quadrant, night quadrant.
So 4 and 2 are day, and 1 and 3 are night quadrant.
I don't know what is 1 and 3.
Is starting from the ascendant to IC is 1, then 2 is from the IC to BC, 3 from BC to MC, and 4. Yeah.
Well, between ascendant and MC, this is a day.
Yes.
Well,
yeah.
And then they repeat in consequence. As I told you, day, night, day, night. So also there is this heliacal quadrants. Like you put the sun as if it is the ascendant. And then you do the same as with the ascendant and MC. If there is a planet between the sun and 90 degrees before the sun, this is the day heliacal quadrant. Also, well, these are the main highest levels. There is also the level if a day planet is from the same side of the horizon as the sun, then it's in highs. But this can be daytime, this can be nighttime, does not matter. Just these planets must be at the same side in order to be in highs.
Left or right, or east or west?
Wait a minute, this is not left or right, this is on the same side of the horizon. The horizon.
Yeah, below.
If the sun is above the horizon, these planets must be above the horizon in order to be in highs. If the sun is below horizon, Saturn and Jupiter must be below horizon. Also, there is no left, there is no right here. All right. So also the same for the night planets. They must be at the opposite side of the horizon, where is the sun. Right? Also, there is one level of highs discovered by Roman Kolev, which is about whether the chart is female or male. So if a given chart is of a guy, then the day planets are in highs. And the opposite for women. In charts of women, the night planets are in highs. And I saw this from practice, because when I looked, I saw that women with Mars on MC out of highs in day charts will not fare so bad as men. Men with the same position will run in big problems, and women not so big. And the opposite for Saturn. Saturn on MC during nighttime for women is a devastation, and for men not so much. So, but I will tell you, the most important is this daytime birth or nighttime birth? You can forget about the rest of the levels. Leave them to the PhDs of this guy.
Forget about it.
How's his name?
Campion.
Huh?
Campion.
Campion, yeah.
The
Leave this for these guys to think, to write PhDs about this. So it's what to say? It's all right. So we continue now. So this is okay. You see a planet on MC in a given chart. The first thing that you must do, Annie, what is it?
Day or night?
You must ask your question: is this planet in highs or out of highs? And then you know everything. This
But
is.
I mean, I have several definitions of haze, so it can be.
What kind of several definitions? I told you
Yeah.
what you should look for. You may have. I don't care. You may have the definitions of Campion. You may have.
No, these three you have given us now.
But yeah, but I told you which is the most important.
Yours.
Not mine. This is not my definition. The most important is day birth or night birth.
Yeah. Okay.
I told this 3 times.
Yeah.
That you may forget about all the rest, but just work with this day birth or night birth. So you look at MC, you see their Mars. Wow. Okay, but is this day birth or night birth? If this is day birth, if it is night birth, well, yeah, okay, maybe it will be okay.
And how do I communicate this to a client?
Well, this is another question. This is you to decide. But you see, this is also like you must look at this, all right? The strongest planet, which is the strongest planet, and is it in highs or not? And this will give you immediately the blueprint of the, like you see, every chart has several things which I called the determinants, like the quintessence of a chart. Only several things can give you the structure of the psychology of the fate. Very, very few things, actually. Right. So the most important thing is this, to look which planet is the strongest and whether it's in highs or not. So we have like 14 types of people. The 7 planets, plus or minus. Also, as I told you, you look at the you look at the fixed stars. If they are important fixed stars.
Angles.
At the important places, you look also at helical phases. If you see planet in helical phase, and especially if it is in strong house, then that's very important, very important. So you can judge a chart for several seconds on it. You can look at the chart and immediately judge it with these simple rules, very, very simple rules. It's now like once I gave a homework to one of my students to get the charts with, for example, in one heap Mars on MC, another heap Jupiter on MC, like different heaps. And when she got this charts, she told me, okay, here is the heap of Mars, she said, but Mars on MC, but the people seems to me that they have very different fates. So I said, oh, okay, now you'll see. So I took this heap and I started making two different gatherings of charts, one day charts, another night charts. And I gave her the day charts with Mars on MC, and I told her, look at these people here. They're finished. And she actually, when she looked, she said, wow, that's right. And the same with Saturn. So you look at the fixed stars, of course, and then like you should know that the ascendant is what is coming to your consciousness in this lifetime. What is the new consciousness that this person is developing? We talked about the meridian, like the mission given by God, and about the rest of the houses. 11th house is the guardian angel, people who protect us. The 12th house is the devil. Like everybody has a guardian angel and has some kind of a devil who goes with the person and tries to to make them do some bad things. So this
if
is.
there is no planet in, do you then take the ruler off?
Well, you take whatever is there. You look at what is there, what kind of stars, what kind of constellation. You may also look at aspects of planets to the house. The house may be empty, okay, but if it is Aries, then if Jupiter is in Sagittarius, it throws trine to the house. So this is also you look at this. Okay, so let's look at some charts. Okay. Which one?
No, if he hasn't
Putin.
rectified, it's difficult.
I'm not sure about Putin.
No, take some. That's okay.
About his time.
That is reliable.
Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Michelangelo.
Yeah, but is the first time
I think,
reliable?
I think
Right.
so. With
Do
the Pisces,
whatever.
tropical Pisces.
Where's that?
You can also take one of your clients, we don't know them.
No.
Hmm?
Where's Didi Sin?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't have to.
I don't okay, actually, wait a minute. I'm not sure who was